Okay guys, I am going to go over the DatedIf function with you guys today so that you guys can do it on Lab 13. The example I'm going to use here is you got an enrollment for a preschool and you need the age of the children as they grow up or as their birthdays come around, and you don't want to go in and change their age every month or every day as kids get older. So you're going to add in a column here called age. So you'll add the line and if, and DatedIf will give you the age, the amount of time between two dates. So it will tell you either in months or years or however you set it up. So for this, you'll also need to put in today's date. I'll just encode it into your function here in just a second. So the best way I know how to make sure that you get today's date, you do a function called equal today in bracket, and that gives you your date today. You can also do a function called equal now. That gives you today's date and time. So you can use either one of these functions. I'm just going to use today's date because we don't need to know to the second how old these kids are. So our function is equals DatedIf. If you notice, it doesn't tell you all the functions of it. It just says DatedIf. If you need more help on this, you get help on function. Come down here, it'll load up for you. And it'll tell you the arguments for this function. So if you guys need that help, remember it's on the help on this function tab. Just remember it's the start date. Remember your units from our first chapter. The quote y gives you years, quote m gives you months, days, and you can kind of come in here if you forgot some of them. They're also in the beginning part of your lab book, so just look there if you need them. So since we know equal DatedIf, it's not DatedIf, it's dated, so remember the D. So our start date would be their birth date, and then today's date is our end date. Remember to F4 that because you're going to be dragging down. And then remember to put in the units of measure you want. So you want it in years for this case. So we copy down. So if we look at it saying that they're 0 years old, which probably means that they're under a year old kids. So to change this, we'll just come in here, change that to an M. So now we have them in months. If we don't like that, we can come in here. I've got the whole function over here, and you can change it to where it'll tell you 10 months, 3 years, 10 months. So you guys can go in and change it if you need to. So if you guys want to make your function a little cleaner so you don't have to have today's date in your function and you don't have to have this set up over here, you can come in and just type in for your end date today, bracket bracket. So what you had before was this, and it was F4'd, and you copied it down. If you don't want to do that, you guys can just encode today or now, whichever one you choose. Today, and it will work the same as if you had put in the cell number and hardwired it in. So that's all I've got for the DatedIfs. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, but you guys should be able to complete this on your lab now.